Hey guys, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be covering the current generation of Roku players and giving our recommendation on which you should purchase based on the type of TV that you have. If you're interested in buying any of the devices that we talk about in today's video, we'll have links to them all down in the video description. So the three categories of TV we're going to be covering are your traditional CRT televisions, the most common, the 1080p HD TVs, and then the more recent 4K televisions, which are becoming more prevalent on the market today. Heading into this video, first we're going to be quickly going over the retail price of each of these devices and then giving our recommendations. So the Roku Express is the cheapest at $29.99. The Express Plus is $39.99. The Streaming Stick is $49.99. The Streaming Stick Plus is $69.99. And then the Roku Ultra is $99.99. So starting off here, it's pretty straightforward and simple. If you have a traditional old school CRT television, the only Roku player you should really consider getting is going to be the Roku Express Plus, because this particular device has access to AV cable composite inputs. Most of these composite old school TVs are not going to have the HDMI input, but even if they do, the Roku Express Plus also has that HDMI input capability. And also, if you upgrade to a 1080p HD TV, this device is going to be able to carry over to that television and still function. So straightforward recommendation there for the old school CRT televisions, getting that Roku Express Plus at $39.99. Moving on to the most common type of TV, the 1080p HD TV. If you're going to stick with this type of technology and not upgrade to a 4K TV anytime soon, then getting either the Roku Express or the Roku Streaming Stick are going to be great options for you. I would personally pick the Roku Express because it's $20 less at $29.99 compared to the Streaming Stick, which is $49.99. And the only major differences between these devices are going to be the remote. The difference in the remote functionality is the Streaming Stick is going to have the ability to power your TV on and off, as well as have volume controls. And then the remote also has the ability to do voice command search. And then also the Streaming Stick is going to be a little bit more powerful and have the ability to connect to dual band Wi-Fi, which is a more powerful Wi-Fi signal. Most people aren't going to need that particular capability. So just getting that Roku Express for $20 cheaper is going to be a great deal. And that's the one that I would personally recommend if you're staying with that 1080p HD TV. If you're planning on upgrading to a 4K television or currently have a 4K TV, you're going to want to either get the Roku Streaming Stick Plus or the Roku Ultra player to stream in that 4K Ultra HD up to 60 frames per second, as well as having the high dynamic range support. I would personally get the Streaming Stick over the Roku Ultra because it's $30 less. And the only major differences you're getting between these devices is the Ultra has the ability to plug in directly to the internet with an Ethernet cable, as well as having the ability to plug in your USB or micro SD storage device to get media to play through the player through those means. Most people probably aren't going to be using the device to function in that type of manner. And then the last difference with the Roku Ultra player compared to the Streaming Stick is the remote with the Roku Ultra has the ability to plug in your headphones so you can have private listening. And the final difference with the remote is that it's going to have gaming functionalities with some extra buttons on the remote so that you can play video games on your Roku player. Almost nobody is going to use the Roku device for this type of functionality. And as someone who's had experience with gaming on a Roku player, it's just not all that great of an experience. And the batteries in your remote will drain pretty quickly if you go down that route. So that's another thing that's not all that important, and I don't think is worth the extra $30 in price tag on that Roku Ultra player. So a Streaming Stick Plus is going to be a great option if you have a 4K television. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys, discussing all of our recommendations depending on what type of TV that you have. If you're interested in purchasing any of these devices, we'll have links down in the video description. And if you have any comments, throw those down in the comment section. We can answer questions down there. Thanks for stopping on in, guys, and we hope to see you in future videos.